I often find that people have trouble wrapping their head around the idea of becoming no body, no one, no thing, nowhere, in no time. Of course, learning anything new in the beginning is going to be hard, but consider that you already know how to do this. And consider that you've already done it thousands of times. What am I talking about? Falling asleep. When you begin the process of becoming nobody, no one, no thing, nowhere, in no time, what you're essentially doing is the same thing you do every night when you go to sleep. You get in a comfortable position, close your eyes, see blackness, and stop thinking. That's it. As you slide down the scale of brainwave frequencies into deep sleep, you move from beta to alpha to theta to delta. And if you're not too stressed out, it happens rather quickly. The only difference in the case of meditation is that you are slowing down the process so that your body begins to rest and fall asleep, but your mind stays awake. All the while, you're avoiding the polarity of making what you are doing right or wrong, good or bad, a success or a failure. In order to do this, you first have to feel so present and safe, not in survival, that your body can begin to rest. Only when it can move out of survival states such as vigilance, worry, impatience, frustration, anticipation, and expectation can it be in the present moment. This is the point where you enter into the unknown because the familiar past, which is steeped with memories and emotions, has fallen away. In turn, keeping your attention on the predictable future also falls away, which is your anticipation of what's going to happen when you open your eyes or what could happen in the next moment. All you have to do is stay open, present, and surrender by relaxing into whatever happens. This is the elegant moment where you abandon everything you know and stop trying to control or force an outcome. The bottom line is if your personality creates your personal reality and your personality is made up of how you think, act, and feel, then in order for you to create a new personal reality, you've got to get beyond your present personality. This is what we have been working on teaching people for years to take their attention off all of the knowns they associate and identify with in their material world. That means that if you're going to create a new personal reality, you're going to have to stop thinking, acting, or feeling the same way long enough to change the way you think, act, and feel. We now know that when people take their attention off their body, the people in their lives, the things and objects they own, where they live, work, sleep, and so on, they disassociate from all things known in the material world. Now they are in the unknown, which is the perfect place to create something new. That's because you can't create anything new from the known. So every time you disinvest all of your attention, and thus your energy, out of this three-dimensional reality and put it on an invisible unifying field of energy, on the vacuum or nothing physical, because the quantum field is rich in frequency and energy, the only way you can get there is as an awareness in no thing material. This is why we teach people that if they're going to heal their body, they have to get beyond their body. If they're going to create a new life, they have to get beyond the memory of their old life. If they are going to create a new future, they have to get beyond the predictable future or the familiar past to find that sweet spot of the generous present moment. This is the eye of the needle. And in order to connect to this field of information as an awareness, our execution requires us to get beyond the physical, material, separate self who is living in a particular body in a specific environment in linear time. I can only go so far in explaining this because it is an experiential discovery that exists beyond language, not to mention that it is unique to every person. If you accept, however, that the possibility of you having such an experience exists, and you bring an earnestness, openness, reverence, playfulness, excitement, and gratitude to your practice, you will have your own experiences that are beyond any known language.